back to another episode of ApotheKerry. I am so excited to be here with you today. Today's Thursday. Well, at least you're seeing this on a Thursday. I'm staying consistent. And we are here today. If you can see, obviously, she is just wanting to take over the whole part of the frame. This is Lemon Balm. She is a major staple here on the farm. And right now I'm just cleansing our space, my space and yours, just getting in the habit always of cleansing the space. How about you guys? Are you cleansing your space at home? If you're not, I'm doing it for you. It's a great practice. It just clears out the energy. Burn some sage first thing. I'm always burning my Nong Champa. I love my Nong Champa, the real stuff. I buy it locally and I have run out. So that is one thing I'm going to go do today, is go out and run out and get my fresh Nong Champa and some carrots. I love my carrots, and I'm going to make a beautiful carrot and cabbage salad that I'm going to try, a new recipe that another influencer shared. So I'll give you feedback on that. You know, I sat down, I started filming. I was about 5 minutes into the episode and I realized I didn't have my mic on. I got ahead of myself. So we had to start fresh all over again. I checked the film and the film was there was no voice, there was no sound, so I had to start over. Otherwise, I would have just spliced it together because I have the most talented editor out there. I don't know if you guys have noticed a difference in the episodes, but they're just so much better. And I just love that we're able to delegate and get people that are highly skilled in what they do. I remember back in the day, doing a lot of this stuff and wearing a lot of these hats myself, and I wasn't able to get everything done, you know, which was on some days was very trying for me because I got frustrated because I'm that type of person that likes to just check stuff off my list and move on to the next thing. I love that instant gratification. That's probably why I am doing lots of projects on the farm. Right now, I am building a table that used to be a mud sink table for my son when he was 3 years old. I built this table for him, and now he's 16, and I wanted to repurpose the frame. So I took the sink out, I put it in a metal frame in my nursery. I'm going to use it for a harvest sink, and I cut 2x4s, and I filmed everything because I know you guys love to see all of the process of it, right? And the ending result, I went in it thinking I was just building a table. And, you know, my mind just goes and I get all these great ideas. And I decided to take another headboard that I had made for my other son for his 16th birthday. He wanted this Prince, you know, 16th birthday party. And I cut a galvanized metal roof and I gold leafed it, but I cut it into a Moroccan design frame. And that was his headboard for many, many years. And for some reason, it ended up on the property. It's metal. So it's got some rust marks on it. It's really cool. And I decided to attach that to this table that I cut all these 2x4s for the top. And I left 1/4 of an inch in between the boards so water could go through, thinking the original idea was to build another, you know, nursery table. Well, now this table is going to be a huge altar inside the nursery, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. You'll definitely see it over on the Corporate Hippie Connection social media platform once I'm done. I know my creative designer, she just loves grabbing all the footage from everything that I'm doing, filming more of my process because people want to see more of the process, what seeds I'm using. And I'm going to share the companies with the heirloom seeds that I am currently using. I love to share out the knowledge. I think it's really important. For me, I like to share out what I'm going through or what I have gone through. So my experience, it's all on my experience. And so, you know, today I was out and it's hot here. And so I go out there in my little tank top thinking that, you know, a tank top is enough. Honestly, I should be wearing a bathing suit when I'm outside because it's so hot so I could just jump in the pool. But I couldn't because I had my hair done and I was ready to go and be here with you guys. And I just want to say that when I was giving gratitude last night, I thought about you guys and I thought about how grateful I am. If you know about my gratitude water. If you don't know, I take a mason jar of water and I give all of my gratitude, all of my positive affirmations to myself and for the people and the things and the experiences that I'm grateful for, and I speak it into my water, which holds frequency. And then I close it up and I let it sit. All that gratitude, all that love, and all that passion is sitting next to me while I'm sleeping. And the first thing I do in the morning is I pick that up and I start drinking it. It is powerful. And I thought about how grateful I am for you guys. And I'm grateful that you guys are sharing the podcast, that you are feeling some depth here, and you keep on coming back week after week. Thank you. I am grateful for you, and I don't ever want to take that for granted, because without you, I wouldn't be here, right? I keep on showing up week after week, and I really feel that through my expressions, through my experiences, not only am I healing myself on a daily basis, not only am I taking myself to my higher potential, I am leaving tidbits and tools and herbs and experiences along the way for you to grasp. Hey, if you could take a shortcut, I'm all about it, right? There might be something that stands out in these podcasts and it hits home. Adopt it and make it your own. Look at the gratitude water. It's free. You don't have to go buy it. Take your mason jar, take an old pickle jar. It doesn't even have to be a mason jar, as long as it has a lid, because you want to capture that. You want to capture all of your essence and all of your beautiful energy and all of that gratitude in that jar, and how powerful and profound that is, that it's sitting right next to you while you sleep. And that is the first thing that you grab for, not your phone. Hopefully by now your phone is charging in a different room, or that you have it completely off and or on do not disturb, airplane mode. I don't know what your technique is or what your steps are to go to sleep, but you really don't want your phone going, right? And having that 5G right by your ear, right by your head. But you can replace that with your gratitude water. So lemon balm, my gosh, she is in full flower. She is in lots of places because she just pops up. I have lots of volunteers and I just let her do her thing, because she's powerful. She's amazing. She's great for the nervous system. She's great for your brain health. She's great for your digestion. She is incredible in mixtures for nighttime salads. You can take her leaves or her flowers. Most of the flowers that you see here, and if you do not see me, you can go over to YouTube or Spotify. You could see the full video. If you're in your car, she has, beautiful clusters of flowers, and they're white little tiny flowers, many clusters together. Most of her flowers have fallen off and the seeds are in the seed pod, just waiting to be spread. So I was very careful when I cut her. And while I was walking down the paths, I happened to cut her from above the pool. She is by our outdoor shower. There's this big splash of her in between the harvest. I have a huge concrete harvest sink, and she's in between and growing in this old trough that I had when I had horses back in the day. And because of her flowers, and her seeds, she falls to the floor and they're growing all over to the path to the outdoor shower. And I have it in so many other places. It's growing over by the chicken coop run, and just it goes on because she does spread. She's in the mint family. And if you know about mint, once you put mint on your property, you're going to have mint forever. I've only been successful one time getting rid of mint, and that was when I really didn't know better. I knew better, but I was just so excited in 2020 you know, we were all in our homes and really couldn't go anywhere. And at that time, we grew so many species of so many different medicinal herbs. And I did give them to the frontliners because I wasn't able to do a plant sale. And I gave it to single parents. And then we were left with so much. And I put mint in the ground. I rototillered a 10 by, or I want to say even a 15 by a 90-foot path in my front pasture. I rototillered and brought soil in, and we plant so much and got an incredible harvest. And so I was really successful being able to get the mint out of there. I basically had a rototiller when it died back in the winter. And I was able to really get in there and grasp it. It's only in a little couple places, but this thing really took over. So you got to be careful when you're growing mints, peppermints, lemon balm. Lemon balm is not as bad as mint because it doesn't have that underground vining rooting system. I mean, it does in a way, but it's not as invasive as the mint. And the lemon balm is just the smell of it. I love running my fingers through it, in between my fingers when I'm walking on the land. You'll find me doing that a lot with herbs. And I just love smelling it and getting that instant hit of the lemon balm. She is in my mixture with my passion flower that we grow here on the farm. Let's see, we've got lavender. What else do I have in there? We've got valerian root and a couple other herbs. And why I say if you're going to put this in a salad and why to do it at night is because she is going to go in and mitigate what your nervous system needs, and she will put you at a calm. If you're going through high levels of stress, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm here for pure entertainment purposes, but I will say that this will calm your nervous system. She will keep you at a calm. You can dry her, you can steep her, and you can eat. Everything is edible. I do not eat the stems. I have accidentally sometimes have gotten a piece of her stem. It's no big deal, but you know, they're hard, and so you really don't want to be putting that into a salad. But when she's in bloom with her full white flowers, she's so beautiful in salads. She's so beautiful with your watermelon, fresh cut watermelon. You can add your lemon balm, and it's going to give you more of that lemon scent. We talked about her calming your nervous system, and also she will support your mood. A lot of people that are on mood stabilizers, mood stabilizers will, when they're starting to wean themselves off, they'll tend to look up herbs that will help and support their moods. This is one of them. She's incredible. She's also good for your skin. So if you're intaking her on a daily basis, a lot of sister farms have put lemon balm in their tallow, believe it or not, to give more of that fresh scent. We at Corporate Hippie Connection, we use a citrus in one of our tallow blends that you can find on the Corporate Hippie Connection website. She's really good for immune support. I mean, I could go on and on forever about lemon balm. She's just incredible. It's definitely a staple that I always have in the house. So with her, I'm going to keep her just so beautiful in this decanter on my dining room table. And then tomorrow I'll go ahead and harvest her. I did harvest another bunch of her that's growing near the shower. And it was interesting how I saw how some of these leaves are affected by either a bug, or maybe that somebody used a non-natural something in the shower. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate a little bit deeper. So I'm not going to harvest this bunch that I have in my hand right here and consume her. I want to figure out what's going on over there. It's not all of it, but I did see it on some of the leaves. And so I definitely want to make sure that I take care of that. And I'll probably do that this weekend since this week is just like, and as I was harvesting her, I found another cave. I call them these little really cool caves where, you know, vines or plants will come together and create a little cubby area. And it's enough to fit a twin mattress. And I like checked it out there for a minute and I thought, oh, this is cool. I definitely want to take a pool towel and lay it down in there or read a book one of these nights. And I'm finding these little caves, these little cubbies all over the property. And I thought to myself today, oh, I have to do a video of all the little, you know, cubbies that I have where I can actually walk through them. Some of them are pathways and some of them are nature has a beautiful way here on the farm to just create the most magical little scenery experiences. And so I want to share that with you guys. So I will be taking videos of that and splice it together and share that with you because they're just so magical. You know, having and growing herbs on your land is a very magical, and I feel so honored to be this ground, this property, this land's keeper, and discovering new herbs that just pop up on their own. Of course, they're birds that are picking them up from other properties and they do their thing and they have their droppings, and I get blessed with new herbs that were not growing on the farm. And there's lots of native herbs that are growing here too as well. So I'm always so flabbergasted when I take a walk and I find a new little nook that I can go hang out in, or I see the animals like the cats will be hanging out in these little nooks. And I just think how lucky that I am and how grateful I am. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you today? I wanted to also give so much gratitude for my team. I'm so grateful for my team. You guys have really just pulled together. We are creating so much magic over at Corporate Hippie Oracle. If you have not yet stepped into that portal, I highly suggest going over to the Corporate Hippie Connection website. The magazine is in one of the tabs. You can go look at all the past features that we've had on there. We've had, let's see, Shannon Blake, St. Finnegan, we had Dr. Pastova, we had Casey, we had Dory from Ireland, and oh my goodness, who's on the cover for August? You'll blow your mind. I will tell you it's a he, and not bad on the eyes. And our builder for next month, wow. I was just speaking to her earlier today, and what a firecracker, what a beautiful woman. She is a woman. And I got to tell you, I've been following her for a while, and I just had this pull, and I just knew that she would be the perfect builder for Corporate Hippie Oracle. I love being able to find the talent and showcase them out to the world. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I just love sending off that first email of letting them know that they have been hand chosen by me. And just so many moving parts, and I'm just so excited for everything that is coming our way and everything that we get to showcase and share out to you guys. I love sharing what I've experienced and what's to come. And so I feel like this episode's going to be a short one because we have lots of things to do, and I feel like it is complete, and so it is. Thank you so much for tuning in to ApotheKerry, and I will see you next week. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. See you.